Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and just to be on the safe side, hello. This is part 2 of the Learn English Network live chat broadcast, where you get your little corrections for interesting conversations. Okay, which means no more highs and hellos. It was getting to that Zeb, who listens to these recordings, was starting to hear my voice in her sleep. It was giving her nightmares. Okay, so we'll start with Abby, who said hi. Now, normally, Abby, that wouldn't get you anywhere, but luckily you came back and carried on the conversation with Zeb, who said hi back. Look at how Zeb wrote it. That's how you should have written it. Hello, Zeb, said Abby. And Zeb said, how's your weekend going? Too good, said Abby. And yours? Where are you from? Now, you can say too good, but really too is used in a negative context. I've eaten too much cake. I drank too much beer. So if your weekend's too good, well, it's sort of, I can't cope. Okay. So you could just say good or really well. Okay. And then, and yours, where are you from? That's fine. Nothing special this weekend, said Zeb. I've spent this Sunday doing house chores, some cooking for the week to come, practising my Spanish and a bit of English too. All of this happening somewhere in France. Now, what does that mean? Too good. What did you do? I wrote wrong, said Abby. I thought you will correct me. So you are from France. I'm not doing anything now, but after Learn English, I will do. Okay. I wrote it incorrectly. Okay. And then I, capital I, thought you would correct me. Okay, not you will correct me, you would correct me. And that's Y-O-U for you. So, comma, you're from France, full stop. I'm not doing anything now, comma, but after learning English with a capital E, I, capital I, will do something. Will do, well, you'll do, that just means, oh, you're okay, you'll do. That'll do now. So you say, I will do something, okay? And Zeb said, oh, I don't think that I have to. I don't even think that I would be able to. But Lynn does it every week in a recording. Okay, that's corrections, by the way. Then Abby said, is day or night? Okay, is it day or night there, I think is what you wanted to ask. I usually watch news. Okay, I usually watch the news. I had seen that news of Charlie Hebdo. That was bad. Okay, I saw the news about Charlie Hebdo. It was really bad, full stop. And then Zeb said, when you wrote this, it was late afternoon and alas, already dark outside. Yes, this event hit the news for a few days, hiding other similar events in other countries. Exactly, Zeb. Too good means very good, said Abby. No, it doesn't. Yes, I got this, said Zeb. I was just wondering what activities made your weekend so good. Okay, unfortunately, we will never know. Abby ran away. So then we got a longish conversation that I'm just trying to find out who actually started it, but it is a really long conversation, started by Desert Rose 95. Is anyone up for a chat? I have to improve my English. Oh, I love that, have to. I have to improve my English, or the world will come to an end. Okay, English with a capital E, Desert Rose, full stop afterwards as well. All your sentences need to end either with a full stop or question mark for a question, exclamation mark for something that's really shocking. Argy said, hello, are you still there? I would like to improve my English too. If you're still available, I would be glad to start with you. So, you need to capitalise a bit, Argy. Hello, capital H. Are you still there? Capital A. If you're still available, capital I. And don't forget, that final sentence still needs a full stop. Desert Rose said, where are you from? Then Venkat came along and said, are you busy? And Desert Rose said to Venkat, no, tomorrow I have an exam. So capital I, and then don't forget your full stop at the end. What are you studying? Asked Venkat. Okay, so what are you studying? And then question mark. Argy then said, are you still there? Earlier. And Desert Rose replied and said, yes, I am. So, yes, comma, I, capital I, am, A-M, full stop. You can't, if you're just going to say yes, I am, you don't shorten it. You can't say yes, I'm. Mm-mm. Yes, I'm still here, you could say. Or, yes, I am. Okay? RG then said, are you still there again? It's getting a bit repetitive, RG. Capital A, and then saw the reply and said, very nice, let's start. So capital V, then a comma after nice, let's start, one full stop. I'm from Greece and I am an Air Force officer. Okay, so Greece with a capital G and I with a capital I. What about you? Capital W, beginning of a new sentence. Zeb replied to RG and said, does it mean that you're a pilot? What kinds of aircraft do you fly on? Okay, if you fly on an aircraft, you're not the pilot. Okay, you're the passenger or air hostess, steward or something. So what kind of aircraft do you fly? That would be the one, are you in charge of? Have you got your fingers on the joystick of? RG then replied to Zeb, hello, are you there? It's going like, hello, hello, hello. Just respond to the question. You can't always guarantee somebody will be online when you reply. So capital H for hello. Desert Rose says, I am a student. I am studying medicine of mind, and tomorrow I am doing an English exam. Okay, I think what you're trying to say is I'm, which is capital I apostrophe M. It's the short form for I am, but you need that apostrophe. Okay, and that's that little, it looks like a comma, but it goes above the letters. Okay, a comma goes next to the letters and the apostrophe goes above. You find it somewhere on your keyboard. Mine's on the hashtag key, but keyboards vary, so just look for it. It's like a little comma, but as I say, it goes up. So, I'm a student, full stop. I'm, capital I, studying medicine. I would say medicine of the mind, or psychology, maybe psychiatry, two different strains of the same thing. And tomorrow I'm, capital I, apostrophe M, doing an English, capital E, exam, and the one full stop, okay? And your commas, the first comma you wrote after student was perfect. The second one after mind, you put it straight after the D. You don't need a space. Do you mean psychiatry? Asked Seb. Yeah, said Desert Rose. Don't forget, full stop. Is there any reason you chose this speciality of medicine? RG then asked, an exam? At which level? And where are you from? Okay, an exam, capital A. At which level? Capital A. And where are you from? I would just say, where are you from? Capital W. Desert Rose said, an intermediate level. I came from Italy. Okay. Intermediate, not intermedium. That sounds almost like Latin, actually. might be explain it because you're from Italy. Okay, and then your full stop straight after the L. I come from Italy. That's C-O-M-E. Because you'll always come from the place where you were born and raised, okay? And don't forget full stop. RG then said, let me see. Oh, hang on. It must be extravagant, interesting. Okay, intermediate level in general English or specific vocabulary for your studies. P.S. And you are so close to me. So, extravagant? No, that normally means something that costs you a lot of money that you can't really afford. It must be interesting, or it must be really interesting. Okay, capital I for it. Intermediate, as I say, intermediate level in general English or specific vocabulary for your studies. So not intermediate, intermediate. I-N-T-E-R-M-E-D-I-A-T-E. P.S. You are so close to me. General English. I'm so lucky. Oh, I am so lucky. Don't forget I'm. P.S. The proximity is relative. Don't forget your full stop. Apparently, it is relative. Now, apparently here, you need to spell it A-P-P-A-R-E-N-T-L-Y. So you need double P, okay? And then single R. So you've got your doubling up, double consonants a bit mixed up there. So A-P-P-A-R-E-N-T-L-Y. Apparently it is relative, yeah. And then 3 dots, no. 3 dots in ellipsis means I'm going to say something more, but you can fill in the gap. But considering the size of Earth, you are quite close to me. And then Desert Rose says, did Air Force order teach it you? Did the Air Force teach you? Or train you, we'd normally say, okay? RSVP, said RG, which means Respondez s'il vous plaît. No, of course not, says RG. It is my initiative. Okay, no, capital N, of course, and then comma, of course not. I did it on my own initiative, or it was my own initiative, you could say. Capital I for it. I know I'm jockeying. I am jockeying, said Desert Rose. So I know I'm joking, Joking, and then full stop. Let me pose a question, asked RG. Would you like to practice speaking through Skype? Okay, let me pose a question is okay, or may I ask you a question, or if you don't mind, would you like to practice speaking English? I would say through Skype, capital S. Yes, I do. Give me your ad. Okay. Desert Rose, you'd say yes, I would, capital I, because always reply to the question. Would you like to? Yes, I would. Do you want to? Yes, I do. Okay. Give me your ad. I presume you mean your ID. Your ad, I can add you, ADD, but AD is short for advertisement, so I don't think you meant AD. I think you meant ID. Which is yours? Asked RG. Or I wouldn't say which, unless you've got a choice. You'd say what? What is yours? And then we've got a little bit of swapping different things and blah blahs. I hope you enjoyed your conversation. And let's see. Okay. RG also said, in fact, RG, you replied to yourself. That means you're talking to yourself, which is really not good for a pilot. But I had already the least necessary level in qualified English language. Okay. I already had the necessary level in English. I would just say that. Keep it simple. Keep it short and simple. And don't forget, English should be capital E and then all the other letters in small. What is the minimum level, asked Zeb, required to be a part of the Air Force in Greece? And Venkat said, hi, RG. RG said, what do you do exactly, Venkat? And that would be capital W. Venkat said, I finished my master's, now searching for job. Okay, I finished my master's, one full stop, just one dot. Now I'm searching, capital I apostrophe M, for a job, and then full stop. What type of masters? Asked Zeb. Venkat said, computer application and Cisco networking. Full stop. Everybody does Cisco. Where will you have more chance to find a job with this type of specialisation? In India. Networking and IT companies are probably all located in the same cities, aren't they? Venkat said to Zeb, are you male or female? You are from which country? What are you doing now? Okay. Where are you from, rather than you are from which country? And what are you doing now? Okay. Venkat replied also, after USA, India is biggest market for software industry. In India have so many multinational companies, India. Ooh, okay. After the USA, comma, straight after the A, India is the biggest market for the software industry. And then in India, we have so many multinational companies, full stop. Cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Noida, Bombay, Chennai, Kolkata, which we always say Calcutta, even now, I'm sorry, Delhi, and, oh gosh, Bhubaneswar, Mysore, and many more. Okay, what's your commas? Your first commas were fine. Actually, your first two weren't. Then after Noida, Bombay, Chennai, and Kolkata, I can't say it, Calcutta, they were fine. You put the comma straight after the letter, no space, okay? Then we have so many opportunities here in India. And again, full stop, straight after the A of India. Zeb said, I don't think that it makes any difference. Either you are male or female for chatting with people. Okay. I don't think being male or female makes any difference, okay? I work in IT too, but more in relation with end users. Is there a company that you would prefer to work with? You are from which country? Okay, asked Venkat. Where are you from? Then also said, just asking your gender, nothing more. Yeah, the problem is it can be perceived as being just too much information. Don't really know you yet. We have this saying TMI, too much information. Okay, have many companies like Google, Microsoft, General Motors, Tata Consultancy, Accenture, ADP, CSC, Cisco, EMC, and more than thousands of MNCs are here. Okay, we have many companies like Google. Don't forget Google, capital G, important company. Microsoft, General Motors, Tata, Accenture, and don't forget your commas come straight after. You're messing your commas up and you're spacing up a bit. The comma comes straight after the last letter of the word, and then you need a space before the next word, okay? Cisco, capital C, and more than 1,000 other MNCs are here. MNC, in case you want to know, is multinational companies. I'm looking for any MNC, okay? I'm just looking for any multinational company or a job in any multinational company. Why not start your own multinational company? I would say if they won't give you a job, start your own company, then they'll be asking you for one. Zeb then said, I'm from France. Good luck with the work for preparing interviews with so many different companies. Yes. Thanks, said Venkat. You are working on which domain? I'm trying for ATOs. It is France-based MNC. You know about ATOs? Okay. You're working on which domain? I wouldn't say domain. Which area do you work in is what I think you wanted to ask. I'm trying for ATOs. It is French. It is a French MNC, okay? Or I'm trying for ATO, okay? Zeb then said projects I've been working on lately are for the public sector. At the moment it's for the military and it's about logistics. You mean ATOS, don't you? Exactly. I have already worked on some projects with people from ATOS. Lots of IT projects in the public sector imply that different companies have to work together. RG also replied to Venkat and said, hi, my friend, you're from India. I'm from Greece. So, capital H for hi, no ... just one dot. You, capital Y, are from India, capital I, comma, I'm from Greece, capital G, full stop. Are you male or female? Asked Venkat. And then said, okay, dear. Dear is also, I'd avoid dear. It's so patronising, really. Male, said RG. What about you? So, don't all capitalise, yeah? Not all capital letters, that's shouting. I'm male. And what about you? Capital W, then everything else small, and the A in about should be small. Are you there? Asked Venkat. Again, just carry on the conversation. How old are you? And again, that's a little conversation. I'd wait until you're having a private chat, maybe. Rather than in a public arena. Not everybody wants to shout their age out in public. Once you get on to other chatting platforms or you're chatting privately, then you can maybe swap ages, etc. So what is your field at your master's? Oh, if you'd read RG, we already know. So what is your specialisation? Okay. Or what are you specialising in? RG then said 37. And I'm sorry if I'm too late, but cannot still understand how that chat room works because I'm a big beginner here. Okay. Capital I. I'm sorry if I'm capital I too late, but I still can't understand how this chat room works, comma, because I, capital I, am a beginner here, and that's 1G, okay, not double G. And RG replied, yeah, what you're doing, RG, is you're replying to yourself, you're clicking reply on your own posts, which mean people won't get notified, okay. Venkat chatted with Desert Rose and said he. And Desert Rose said, I, Venkat, where are you from? So I think you meant hi, Venkat, with a capital V, it's his name. Where are you, Y-O-U, from? From India. Yours, said Venkat. Okay, you wouldn't say yours. You. Yeah, what about you? RG then said to Venkat, hello, I would like to improve my English too. If you're still available, I would be glad to start with you. Okay, hello, capital H, and then capital I would like to improve my English too. And then if, capital I, you're still available, comma, I would, 2 words, be happy to chat with you. To start with you, it sounds a little bit like, I'll start with you and then I'll move on. I'd be happy to chat with you. And Venkat said, yes, I'm available. You need a comma there. And then it split off into highs and hellos. So... Oh dear. As I say, if you keep going, are you there, then you won't get much flow from the conversation. So just keep answering each question that you're comfortable to answer. And if you don't want to answer a question, just say, oh, I'd rather not talk about that. Or I'm as old as my tongue, a little bit older than my teeth. Or you can say, guess. You ask people to guess whether you're male or female. Okay, so let's see when the next chat turned up. And I think, again, it was started by somebody who didn't carry on the conversation, but that doesn't matter because the conversation then flowed. Teddy, hello Teddy, said, is anyone there? So, capital I and a question mark. Venkat said, hi. Desert Rose says, hi Teddy. Don't forget your full stops. Marzi then said, hi Desert Rose, how was your exam? Ah, that's really good, Marzi, well done. And Zeb said, have you noticed that a few people visit here when they have an exam deadline and then disappear? Anyway, I hope Desert Rose did well. Marzi then said, I did that thing you said. Well, it's not important because you are here always. Okay, you'd say because you are always here. There's no such thing as always, okay? Fortunately, said Zeb, I have never counted the number of my messages that have been left with no replies, Marzi. Exactly. So you're lucky, no? No, you're lucky, Marzi, because Zeb's very, very good at being just go with the flow. That's what you have to do sometimes. What have you understood of my previous message? Asked Zeb. I would say, what did you understand from my previous message? Marzi said, I think you said that you only answer and don't mind if someone reply you or not. It's wrong? So I think you said that you only answer and don't mind if someone doesn't reply or if someone replies to you or not. Okay? Am I wrong? You wouldn't say it's wrong, you'd just say, am I wrong? And Zeb said, I don't give it more importance than necessary. There will always be some people at some point that will click with some of our messages. Marzi said, yeah, Zeb, you're always full of power and positive energy. Yes, I think you are too. Zeb then said, why don't you join the conversation we are having with Zoran? It's happening right now. Anyhow, Venkat replied to Desert Rose and said, are you there? Again, if you keep saying, are you there? It's going to take a long time to get the conversation flowing. Yes, I am. Where are you from? Okay. Yes, I am. Again, you can't shorten it. Yes, capital I, A-M, full stop. Where are you, Y-O-U, not oo, from? India, said Venkat. I think if you'd looked earlier, if you'd actually read the conversation, you would have known that already, which would have got the conversation going further because you already know he's from India and you can talk about other things. Can you speak me about your country? I would say, can you tell me about your country? Venkat said, India is democratic and 7th biggest country in the world. Another name for India is Hindustan because biggest religion is Hinduism. Okay, India is a democratic country, small d, and the 7th biggest country in the world. Another name for India is Hindustan because the biggest religion here is Hinduism. Okay, and then you say, but here, India living so many religions like Muslim, Christian, Parisian, Buddhism, Jainism. Okay, I'll go into that in a moment. In population, India is in 2nd place. In India can be decided into 29 states. Oh, I'll try and figure out what you're trying to say here. So, after Hinduism, you could put a comma because then your next part of the sentence is but, which is a conjoining word. Okay, so you can put a comma and then small b. But here in India, there are many religions, such as Muslim, and then your commas should come straight after. Okay, like in Parisian, Christian, Parisian. I'm not sure what Parisian is. Is that a religion? Can somebody tell me what is Parisian? Is it a country or is it Paris? Is that a religion? Zeb, is living in Paris, does that count as a religion? I don't think so. So I'm not sure what you mean by Parisian. Buddhist, I wouldn't say, Buddhism is fine, and Jainism. And then you could put etc., E-T-C, full stop, because you could go on. I'm sure there's more different types of religion there. And then you say in population. I'd say by population, India is in 2nd place. In India can be decided... Okay, India is divided into 29 states, and into there is one word, okay? I think that's what you meant, rather than decided. To decide means to make up your mind. Divided means to split things up, okay? Is it poor? Asked Desert Rose. And Venkat said, are you preparing for your exam now? Then, no, India is developing country. So, no, comma, India is a developing country, full stop. Desert Rose said, tomorrow I have to talk about India. So, T is developing country, but I know that it is also poor. And it is so colourful and shiny, but the population is divided in classes. So, I'd say tomorrow, comma, I, capital I, have to talk about India, or I have to give a talk about India. full stop. So, capital S, it is a developing country, but I, capital I, know that it is also, small a, poor. And I wouldn't put and, I just say it is also colourful. That's COLOURFUL. And shiny? Maybe, I don't know what you mean by shiny. I've never seen a shiny country. Colourful and bright, maybe. Bright. Because it is known for its vibrant hues, especially during Holi, which is a festival I'd love to see. But the population is divided into classes, or into different classes. Full stop, straight after the S. I replied to Desert Rose and said, I hope your talk went well. Did you mention the Indian space program? Avi said, that was good achievement for Indians. Okay, that was a good achievement for Indians. I would say for India. I'm not sure every Indian would agree with you. Venkat said to Desert Rose, no, I think you've got wrong information. Okay, so no, comma, I think you've got the wrong kind of information, or I think you've got the wrong idea about India. Why? Asked Desert Rose. It's always good to have these conversations with people who actually live in a country, because what we see in the media doesn't always reflect the reality on the ground. Please, said Venkat, first you want to know about democratic. Okay, first you need to know about democracy. Democracy. Democracy is defined as by the people, for the people, to the people. So here, India people cannot divided in classes. So here, Indian people are not divided, and that's divided, into classes. I'd agree when you're talking about the big cities, but in the countryside, I know for a fact it's still very class-driven. But then you can say the same about the UK, okay? And it's not so much classes, it's more about caste, which is decided on by religion, although it is changing, I'll agree. Desert Rose says, I don't want to offend you, but honestly, I know that is not like you say. So I don't, D-O-N''T, want to offend you, comma, but honestly, comma, straight after the Y, I, capital I, know that it is not like you say, full stop. On a lighter note, said Abby. That's very good, Abby. On a lighter note, yoga is derived from India, capital I, and every country is follow us now, absolutely. And every is EVERY. Every country follows us now, or every country practices yoga now. And, there's all sorts of different yoga which can't be recognised, I think, if you actually know yoga from India. Power yoga, have you heard of that? Ridiculous. Okay, so, and Abby also said, Venkat is right, dear. Venkat is right, dear Desert Rose. That's okay. Dear in that case is not too bad, but I'd just use somebody's name still until you really get to know them. India is not a poor country. It's a developing country, you've put. Developing is DEVELOPING. In fact, okay, it's two words, IN space FACT. There is more than 1 million peoples are millionaire and more than it. Okay, there are more than 1 million millionaires, and that's millionaires is MILLIONAIRES and more. So I think you should change theory about Indians and India. So I, capital I, think you, YOU, should change your, YOUR, theory about Indians and India. Venkat also said to Desert Rose, no, if you want to know about, just search in internet, okay? So no, comma, if you want to know more about it, just search the internet. And then, comma, okay, OKAY, or capital O, capital K. Now, every country in the world looking for India. Okay, we know where you are. Okay, looking for it on the map, maybe. Now, every country in the world looks to India. Okay, comma, straight after the A in India, because India is a developing country. Every developed country like America, UK, that's the UK, capital U, capital K, Germany, Japan, Singapore, Paris, for their business in India. Okay, Paris is definitely not a country. You'd say France. So I'd say every developed country, blah, blah, wants to do business in India, and then you're right to put in brackets exporting their products. But the first bracket, the opening bracket, The E should follow straight after. No need for a space, okay? I replied, do you think the internet is a reliable source of information? And Abby said, many of the times, because there is no other way to know about any country or place. Suppose if you will come to visit India, so where from you get information? Sure, you will search in internet. Okay. Many times, rather than many of the times, or much of the time, because there's no other way to learn about any country or place. I suppose if you came to visit India, you could get information. Suppose, I got you. Suppose if you were to come to India, where would you get your information from? I'm sure you would search the internet. I probably would. I'd be very careful where I searched, though. Actually, I'd probably put a shout out to you guys and say, what should I do? Blogs, said Zeb. And vlogs, which are video blogs, or it's normally vlogs actually, no B, VLOGS, are great to get an idea of a place, are great for getting an idea of a place. It's people and culture. The internet also allows you to interact with natives from around the world. That's my preferred source of information. Go to the horse's mouth. I'm not saying you're a horse, Venkat, okay? Or Abby. It's indeed a great source of information, but sorting out what is relevant is not so easy. Exactly. You mean? Asked Venkat. And then we got a few highs and hellos. Good conversation, everybody. And yes, don't make assumptions about a place. There's no need to anymore. There's so much information out there about different countries, but go to reliable sources and check your sources, okay? And you can check your sources by finding blogs, by finding forums that are frequented by native speakers or natives of that country and asking them in a respectful manner to help you, okay? So, a few highs and hellos. We'll scroll up. And, Abby said, hey guys, anyone is there? Okay, guys with the apostrophe means guy is. Okay, guys, plural, G-U-Y-S, no apostrophe. Nice to meet you, Abby, said Zeb. Abby said, same here. How is your day going? Are you also learner or admin? Where do you live? Okay, are you a learner or an admin? Where do you live? Well, actually, Abby, Zeb's both. She's a hybrid. She's a learner and an admin. Okay, but she says, I'm definitely more of a learner that has been around these parts for a while. I live in France and can't wait for this working Monday to be over. If it helps, Zeb, you are not alone, I replied. Yesterday seemed to drag. Maybe it's because it was Groundhog Day. Abby then said, yeah, actually for everyone, Monday is a boring day and Friday is exiting day. Ooh, am I right? Okay, Monday, capital M, days of the week are always capitalised. Friday, very important, capital F, and I'd say is an exciting day, and that's EXCITING. Otherwise you're saying exit, EXIT. So if you think about the exit in a cinema and then excite as in citing excitement, okay, if that helps you. To cite is C-I-T-E. It's not that it's boring, said Zeb, it's just that it takes me time to get used to being desk-bound all day long. Are you waiting for something? Asked Abby. Is any surprises there? Okay, is there a surprise coming, maybe? Now, Abby, be careful where you click on reply, because you replied to yourself again, if you notice. So click on reply to the person you want to reply to, okay? A surprise? Where? Have you got a surprise for me? Asked Zeb. Abby wasn't letting on, so then said, what kind of job you do? Okay, what do you do? That's all you need to ask. Keep it short and simple. What do you do? I work with an IT services company, replied Zeb. What about you? What activities are filling your days? How do you fill your days? Or what activities do you do? Or what activities do you enjoy, I would say. I watch news, I study, and I have interest in cooking. You can say I keep myself busy all the day. Okay, I watch the news and I study, full stop. Okay, I'm also interested in cooking. You could say, YOU, I keep, capital I, myself, and that's one word, MYSELF, busy all day, full stop. What could you cook for a French palate without changing the original recipe? Asked Zeb. Lol, said Abby. I know Indian cooking and a bit of Italian, but surely I will learn some French recipes also. So I, capital I, French, capital F, recipes, recipes. Okay. Some people, I said, say that the French have the best cuisine in the world. They certainly have some of the most complicated recipes. An example? Asked Seb. Abby then said, maybe I never tried, but I will try. I watch Fox Life Channel. There they show many recipes of various country. Okay. Maybe I, capital I, have never tried, but I will, capital I. Okay, full stop. I watch the Fox, F-O-X, with capital F, and then space, Life Channel, comma, there, so small t, they show many recipes, recipes, from various countries, countries. I will also search in Google, capital G. Dear Terecha, please correct me if you found me wrong anywhere. Dear teacher, Teacher, please correct me if you find any mistakes. I replied, I will be doing the corrections for this week, but you have to listen to the recording. Keep an eye out for it at the top of the page. Lynn, said Zeb, your teacher, corrects 1 week of messages every week in a recording. I'll go back to the task at hand now, said Zeb. Thank you for the nice chat. See you. Same here, said Abby. Nice talk to you, Zeb. Take care, bye. So, nice talking to you, Zeb. Take care, and that's a small c, full stop, bye. And Abby also replied to Seb, I thought you have surprise in home and can't wait for it. Okay, I, capital I, thought you had a surprise at home and couldn't wait for it. This would be a real surprise, said Seb. Now I can't wait to commute, just in case. Abby then said, I take my 40 winks also. Full stop, don't forget. Napping is the best activity ever, said Seb. I need a cat nap now, said I. Now, did you take it? Asked Zeb. I inspected the backs of my eyelids for a few moments, I replied. Zeb is a good guy, said Abby. I want more friends for conversation because if I will not use my English, so I can't learn. Exactly. So, I want more friends for conversation, comma, that's fine, because if I don't use my English, capital E, I won't learn, capital I, W-O-N, apostrophe T. Your site give me a hope to fulfill my desires. Such a nice site I will suggest to my friends also. Okay, your site has given me the hope of fulfilling my desires or my ambitions, I would say. It's such a nice site. And then I would say I will recommend it to my friends too. Okay? Zeb said... oh yeah, because Abby said, Zeb is a good guy, which made me giggle, Zeb. And Zeb said, except that Zeb is a girl. You should start to put on your walking shoes and take your walking stick to explore the LE network, Abby. There is much more. It seems to me that you haven't yet discovered the forum, the voice sessions, the magazine, the Google community, the blogs, etc. This web page is just one of many resources of the LE network. Abby then said, dear teacher, please suggest me some good peoples for live chat. Okay, please suggest or please recommend, again, suggest me. Can you recommend any good people to chat to? Okay, I always let people find themselves, because if I recommend people and they go, why did you recommend me? I don't want to talk. Just keep chatting. People will come to you. Peoples? Asked Zeb. Well, as people, the French are quite chatty and usually like to socialise. Yeah, it is, said Abby. Yes, they are. Actually, I am a married girl. Before marriage, I was working. For that reason, I am resting now. So actually, I'm, capital I, apostrophe M, married. Before I got married, I was working, capital I. Because of that, I'm resting now, capital I, apostrophe M. Abby also said, no problem, always pleasure to talk you, have a nice day. So, no problem, small p. It's always, small I, a pleasure to talk with you. Full stop, space, have a nice day. That's very American, isn't it? Have a nice day. Okay. Then, this is the conversation Zeb was talking about. Zoran came along and said, hi guys. Don't forget Zoran, capital H. No need to go, hi guys. It's two words together. So capital H, small I, guys, G-U-Y-S. Raj said, hey Zoran, this is Raj here. And Zoran said, hi Ray. It's Raj, R-A-J, not R-A-Y. Nice to meet you. I have some staff going on and couldn't talk with you. Sorry about that. Where are you from, mate? Oh, are you from Australia, Zoran? Hello, mate. How's it going? G'day, mate. I have some stuff going on, I think you meant to say, unless you've got staff working for you who are taking up your time. Okay, Raj says, no problem. Okay, no problem, full stop. Right after the M. I'm from India. Where are you from, Zoran? And Zoran said, nice, I'm from Serbia. How is the weather in India? Now, I'm not sure if Raj answered earlier, but we didn't get our weather report. It's a good question, though, guys. Something neutral to get people talking. What's the weather like where you are? Or what time is it sometimes? Because if you're in different time zones, that can be quite good fun. Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning here. Why aren't you in bed? Oh, no, don't talk about bed online. Slava came along and said, hey. Okay, capital H, small I. I'm only saying this because Raj replied and said, hi, Salva. Oh, it's Slava. Raj, you're as bad as Zoran with his Ray. Hi, Salva. Hi, Slava. How are you today? Zoran said, hi, Slava. How are you? Capital H again. Capital H for how are you as well. Raj said, Zeb. Zoran, what stopped you going on with the conversation, guys? Zoran said, I am so sorry about starting conversation and quitting, but some unforeseen things happen. I hope that Ray will not mind. Raj! I replied, I call that lifus interruptus. Zoran said, I know that I don't speak and write English very well. That's why I need this kind of interactions. Okay, that's why I need this kind of interaction. Okay, thanks, teacher, for correcting me. That is what I need. Happy to hear you. Okay, thanks, teacher, small t, it'll do, for correcting me. That is exactly what I need. Nice to hear from you. Happy to hear you? Maybe not. Nice to hear from you. Okay, Zeb then said, but I think that she was writing some sort of Latin, Zoran. Indeed I was. Zoran said, I tried to translate that sentence on Google Translator, capital G, but it's unknown words. I know about life interrupts, but I'm not familiar with lifus interruptus. Maybe it's Latin. It's not Latin, it's sort of English Latin. It means life interrupts us. So we want to do things and we can't because of life. Don't worry, it's just a joke. That can be quite confusing when you want to learn language, when you want to learn a language. The thing about learning a language, Zoran, you have to be flexible, okay? So don't worry too much. Zeb then said, you might have to put it in on our British teacher's sense of humour. Yes. What I'd say there, though, not put it on, put it down to our teacher's British sense of humour. Yes. Haha, said Zoran, yes. Can you tell me what is difference between British and American language except the accent? Okay, can you tell me what the differences are between British and American English, I would say, comma, except for the accent, and that's A-double-C-E-N-T, there's no K in it. Many words, said Zeb, don't have the same spelling, whether they are written in American English or British English. For example, neighbourhood, British English, and neighbourhood, American English, because we use the O-U-R often, and the Americans just say O-R. They also don't share the same slang, but as I'm neither British nor American and I'm focusing on Australian English, I can't really tell you more. Okay, thanks, said Zoran. Zoran, okay, capital O, capital K, or O-K-A-Y. I see what you mean. If I learnt Australian English, people in England or US will certainly understand me, right? May not be how they pronounce or write, but I hope they will understand me or not. Okay. If I learn Australian English, people in England or the US would certainly be able to understand me, right? It might not be how they pronounce things or write things, but I hope they would understand me. Full stop. Or am I not correct, you could say. And honestly, it depends how Australian you are. I know Australians use some words that British people don't know. I tend to know them because of Zeb, really. So Zeb replied, they will probably understand you and wonder where you're from. It's important, said Zoran, that they understand me. They can wonder where I'm from as long as they want. Okay, they can wonder where I am from as much as they want. It means that you don't necessarily want to lose your accent, replied Zeb. Excellent. I love to hear different kinds of accents. Exactly. I don't try and change your accent unless you absolutely have to. Me too, said Zoran. I like how Russian people talking English. Okay, I like how Russian that's with a capital R, people speak English, capital E. What about the French accent? Asked Zeb. Yeah, French accent is cute, like it, but I better like when they speak on France, it's so nice language. Okay, but I like it better when they speak French, capital F. It's such a nice language. Zeb then replied, wherever I have been to, the majority of people say the same. The Frenchies will soon take over the world, lol. Okay, wherever, I think you want to say wherever I've been or wherever I've been to. That's T-O. Okay, the majority of people say the same, and then I'd say we Frenchies will soon take over the world. The Frenchies, it makes you sound like you want one. Haha, said Zoran. First they start with music, movies, cars, it's... Okay, I think you mean etc., and that's ETC. Now their economy grows so fast. Now their economy is growing so fast. You will see one morning when we woke up, we be all speaking French. Okay, you will see, comma, one morning when we wake up, W-A-K-E, we will all be speaking French, F-R-E-N-C-H. Lol, actually I hope not, said Zeb. I think that it would be a dull world if everybody was speaking the same language. Okay, I'd say if everybody spoke the same language. What's your native language? And Zoran said, my native language is Serbian, so native as Zeb wrote it, Zoran. Are you from Australia, and what is your native language? And Zeb replied, French, of course. Out of curiosity, do you know what countries generally learn Serbian as a second or third language? Zoran replied, almost all countries of the Balkans know Serbian language, more or less. Okay, almost all Balkan countries know the Serbian language, comma, more or less, that's fine. Because, and then I'd put more or less and then comma, because they were all united, although speaking different languages. I would say they were all united at one point, although they spoke different languages. You may have heard of Yugoslavia. For example, all Slovenia people sing the Serbian songs. Croatian and Serbian language is almost similar. The Croatian and Serbian languages are very similar. Okay, I'd say there. I know that every ambassador of a foreign country learns Serbian as a second language. And then full stop. Awesome, said Zeb. Songs have always been a great tool for gathering people together to have a good time. In Serbia, what other languages besides English do they encourage you to learn? In France, it tends to be Spanish or German. In Serbia, said Zoran, mostly German and Russian, followed by the French and Spanish. Okay, so there I wouldn't say followed by the French, because that would mean the French people were following you. Okay, followed by French and Spanish, okay? And then comma. French, comma, and Spanish, full stop. Which one did you go for, asked Zeb. And Zoran replied, Russian, but I'm starting to learn Germany. Okay, so I'm starting to learn German. Germany is the country, German is the language. Did you learn any Spanish? Did you, Y-O-U, learn any Spanish? And Zeb said, have been learning it for a couple of years now. Okay, I'd say not at school, but I have been learning it for a couple of years now. Oh, cool. Hola, como estas? Esté bien. Bien. Sorry, bien. O, capital O-H, cool. And then that's hola. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Esté bien? Is that right? Bien? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Bien is French. Bien is Spanish. Oh, that's all I know. Bien. Oh, don't do this to me. Nos quedamos más tarde. Tengo que irme. It's time for me to go now. Thanks for the chat. Bye. Marty replied to Zed and said, I think I come here late. Okay, I think I arrived late. First, I read your comments, and it seems Zoran speak English very well, but I can't understand the last comments. Oh, poor you, Marty. We're confusing you again. I'm so sorry. So, first I read your comments, comma, and it seems Zoran, capital Z, speaks English very well, comma, but I can't understand the last few comments. Zeb said it's a bit of Spanish, but promise we will just stick to English from now on. Oh, come on, Zeb, I know you're going to speak French again, just to hear me try to pronounce it. And Zoran said, thank you, bye. And I think we're coming to the end very quickly. A few hellos and highs, and then we came to live chat on Tuesday. And I wrote, don't forget, this is it. I won't be on Skype today because I had a lazy day on Tuesday. Actually, I was very busy and I had to go out, so I wasn't able to do a text chat on Skype. It's a funny week this week. TGIF had to fall by the wayside too. Abby said, I don't use Skype. fair enough, Abby, you don't have to use everything. And that's a capital S for Skype, because it's a company name, full stop. Hi, I need a link, please, said Naomi. Now, I'm not sure if it's name or Naomi or Nemo. I'm never quite sure with your name. And I went, hi, to LEN live chat link, said Naomi. I said, this is it. You are in live chat. And Naomi said, I don't want to download the recordings, how to stream it online. So I don't want to download the recordings, full stop. How can I stream it with a capital H online? And I said, you can find them on your on our YouTube channel. You should be able to play them straight from Spreaker too. You don't have to download them. And Noam said, YouTube is blocked in my region, but thanks, I will try to manage something. And that's when the penny dropped, Noam. And I said, go to the Spreaker page, gave you the link. There's a list of them all with a little play button next to each episode. And Noam said, oh, okay, thanks. You're welcome. Lol, I said, I will have to log off now. I'm lunching today. Did you have any other questions? By the way, did you try to join us in Second Life yesterday? I thought I saw you online and sent you a teleport. Yes, I went there, said Naeem, but something restraining me from going inside Second Life, quoting, cannot enter parcel, you are not on the access list. I do not know what was happening. I tried, but... Okay, have your lunch, see you soon, thanks. So, yes, comma, I went there, comma, but something restrained me from getting inside Second Life, quoting, with a small q, and then your... double quotes need to go a space after the G in quoting, then double quote, then the C straight after. Cannot enter parcel, you are not on the access list. I don't know what was happening, comma, I tried, but, and that's the perfect use of ellipsis, dot, dot, dot. I tried, but, dot, 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 as in, I tried, but it didn't work. Okay, have your lunch, see you soon, that's perfect. I replied, the parcel might be on lockdown, so I will send you an invitation to the Vertlantis group. If you have problems like that, just send me an instant message in World. Okay, I will, thanks for your guidance, said Naeem. And that's it for this week. Yay, we finished. And we'll be back on Tuesday, of course, for another recording. I hope you enjoyed listening. Don't forget you can read the text as well. You just need to find the correct LEN live chat date. If you search within the conversations, you'll find different dates, and then you can find that live chat, listen and read the original text, but then listen to the corrections, okay? And the good news is that everything should run normally next week, so I should be here for LEN live chat on Tuesday morning if you want to tippy-tappy type with me, and also in Skype, and all the other sessions, they're on the calendar, so check the calendar. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and it wasn't too much. It's quite a long recording, this one, but persevere. You don't have to listen to it all at once, don't forget. You can listen to it in bits and chunks. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you around on the network. Take care, and remember, get out there, practice your English, learn it, use it, learn it, use it, learn it, use it, use it, okay? And you'll find you will improve, especially if you can get a little bit of feedback from people. Bye!